Hey guys, it's Lemon Ash, and we just produced our first film. The experience was great for me, I guess for her too.
Yes.
But just being in that space of producing and being the videographer and the director for both of us was just like, wow, like I really in this
You'd love
space
to do
where
this.
I'm doing my dream and pursuing my dream and working with a group of workable people and achieving this goal of making it possible and going through all the sets and wardrobes and the changes and the environment and going through the hard times and the frustrating
Very hard times.
and it just was like everything I could ever dream of. And I know it's only gonna get better because I've gotten feedback from the things I can get better at or we can get better at as producers and directors. And some things I've saw personally that I know I can get better at. So it's just only up from here. I'm really excited for the next one and the next one and the next one and the next thing and the next thing.
And for me, it was like, this is the first short film and the first horror short film that I got to put on, and I was so excited about it because anybody who knows me
Yeah, this is your thing.
knows that I love horror. That's my
Horror.
favorite genre. I just eat it up. Like I don't know why, but like ever since I was young, I just used to be so intrigued with how they made things so scary and how they made it look so realistic and all this stuff.
Loki, you was setting yourself up to be a psycho. If you were so intrigued by that when you was a kid, I was like,
I used to
okay,
be
whoa, like a creep.
My mommy didn't want me to watch it when I was really young, but I still used to watch it anyway because she used to watch it. My mommy is a horror head too, so that's where I got it from. And just being able to put on my first horror short film, I was like, oh my god, like this is a dream come true. And of course, you know, the ultimate goal is to do feature lengths, not just short films.
Yeah.
But you gotta start somewhere. Right.
So the
Psych
first,
wards.
the psych ward scene was how that came about. Like our good friends Rory and Jill. It was shot at Grand Muhammad Dentist. We
Gotcha.
asked them to use the place and just to get that psychiatric type look to like pull crazy people in, and we thought, okay, that would be the perfect spot to you put that scene in. So we just moved out everything and we set up the lights and everything for him to be sitting in a specific position, and then Keisha, the actor, my actress, came in and gave him, and then we just did it there, and it came out really well.
Yes, that was a perfect spot, so we had to go for it.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
the next scene, I think, was the house.
The house scene,
Michael's house.
one of the longest scenes,
Oh,
but
yeah,
even for that, like it didn't go as planned at first because we didn't even want to use our house. We was looking to use something more bigger, but ultimately in the back of my mind, I was like, okay, we're gonna have to end up using this place anyway because it's our space.
yeah. And
but-
that scene took the most shots too.
Yeah, and
the
it
most
took
takes.
the most takes, the most shots.
Over 40.
Yeah, from different angles because I wanted to give different angles. I didn't want to be okay. Just stick with this one. It goes back to it's just this one. I wanted to have different angles because it shows the complexity of the film and it makes it look better visually.
Yeah.
Even the blue baby scene and coming and we had a light set up in the front of the mirror to give that kind of like blue look. And just and shout out to the actors and actresses for doing their job. Shout
Was
out
it great?
Maya.
I gonna look for another game, man.
Thank you. The next scene was the car ride scene, actually.
This is probably
This
my
is the
favorite
best
ones.
part, yeah.
Like, cause going into this scene, I had a clear picture in my head of okay, we can have this, we can have a projector, we can have the black screen set up, like set the projector.
Yes, he had this big
And
vision.
it did not go nothing how I planned it to go. Like
Which
it was
happens.
too dark. The projector didn't have much light. It just wasn't looking good, and we had the people on set just waiting and waiting. I was like, okay, I don't know what to do. And then in my head, I was like, okay, how we can pull this off? And she came up with the idea to have the black sheet in front of the window, and she shined her phone flashlight and moved it across. So if you actually see in the scene, you see this light moving to show that the car is moving, to give that illusion the car is moving. And then my brother had the overhead light moving
Going over the
across
car,
to show that we're moving past lampposts.
And the same time I moved
And the
across,
same
he was
thing,
going
yeah,
across.
yeah. So that was just working as a team and just seeing that come together, like, and kudos to her. I had to thank her. I was like, okay, yo, thank you for that. You saved that, and it looked great. It looked beautiful. It actually looked like it was driving, and
by the time we slapped that sound effect on that,
and slapped that driving sound effect, it was then done. It was then done.
You can't even tell us we wasn't driving.
Right. And then moving on to the car breaking down. That whole night.
Oh boy.
That night was crazy. We actually go back there twice because the first night things was just not going as planned.
We was out there till what time we leave?
Battery was dying, and
Like
the
3.
crazy thing is the cars broke down.
Oh, 2 of them.
Both of the
we
cars
carried
broke
2
down.
cars out there, and on 2 of them break down.
Exactly. Because the mistake we made was we had the car HUD lights on the whole time shooting because we wanted to give more light in the presence of you seeing the Holy Reaper come up and then the car breaking down and the light shining on the people. But the car broke down and we were sitting out there for hours. How long was it there for? For about
almost
2.
4.
Nah,
It was after 3.
I think it was literally after 3.
Yeah.
We was out there just chilling and we was just sitting out talking
In the cold. It was freezing.
But a little people were panicking and this and that. But in my head I was like, okay. There has to be something about this. And we had a little moment where we kind of like sit down and like we all prayed together in a circle and like it was cool. It showed camaraderie and just showing us doing it together. And when we got home, like I think the family came and jumped the car and we went back, but we still didn't get the shot we needed, so we had to go back
We had to
again.
go back out there, and they were scared. They was like, "Hold on, now."
Yeah,
They was paranoid.
like, okay, I don't want this to happen again. But we made the adjustment of adding the lights where it needed to add and not turning the car lights on. And as you can see, we did the one take. That one take, what I came up with, I was like, okay, we have to make this as scary as possible and smooth as possible as I can be. And I came up, okay, what if we do a one take? And I shared it with my boy Leo, who played Michael, and I was like, what if we do this one take where we just move from left to right and we just show all this? And I just wanted to make it happen. We did. It took a long time, but we got it, and I was proud of them for doing it. And yeah, but that night was probably one of the most memorable nights of this film process.
Hello? Girl, who you talking to?
It looked like somebody was standing right over there.
What the hell?
That meeting up at the maze. Now this is where we're at the maze now. We did that at Tino Beach, the bird trail. We actually discovered this bird trail because we ran the beach fairly like 3 times out of the week every morning, and we discovered this bird trail. I was like, okay, this would be somewhere we could actually shoot a horror film.
From my side, I say, wait, I can see the vision.
Yeah, you can see.
I can see a short horror film happening here, and we made it happen.
Right. So, but the thing is about the bird trail, there's no light in there, and we shot everything in the dark. So prior to us shooting, we had to go in, and when there's daylight, to see, okay, we have to have this here and have that here, and this is here. This is where this goes. This is where we're gonna have this scene. But we was working with 2 lights at the time.
So it was a challenge trying to time everything.
Yes, and it was a challenge of working with the lights and me getting frustrated about lights and people not knowing the lines.
Yeah, people who were really experienced with acting and stuff, so we had to do the lines over and over.
Yeah, and by the time, and I'm like, okay, these lights can die in any second. And
yeah, so frustrating times.
Yeah, that was probably the most frustrating part of it.
Yeah. Because I got frustrated, he got frustrated.
Right.
The actors, everybody got frustrated at one point, so it's like.
So I think we had to reshoot the inside the maze scenes about 3 times.
Yeah, we had to go in there 3
the battery died one time, we came back and we did more scenes, and the battery died again, and I was like, okay, we cannot come back here another time. So it was at 11 o'clock when the batteries finally died, like midway, almost to the end, and we had a good bit left. So we had to go all the way back home, recharge it, and go all the way back. And at this point, it was at 2 a.m. when we had to go back. So we finished it. We finished strong. I know people are tired at this point. Shout out to my big brother. He still contributed.
He was ready to knock out, but you know what?
Tario, who played Ryan. Who else was there? Leo, Selena. I didn't see
no. Selena went home.
Mostly all the guys stayed back, and we finished up that shoot, and it still came out great.
And then to end the night off, that's when the police came, right?
Yes, that's the police.
The police came.
So, literally, prior to us shooting in there, and we did most of the killing season there, so there's a lot of screaming and shouting. So
A lot.
we heard that police was like, we heard some complaints of people's call and screaming in the bush and screaming in here. So during literally the last scene where she
Where I
gets
got
pulled back,
Yeah.
as soon
I
as we
was
said
screaming.
cut, we heard hey! And like police jumping
Everybody's like-
over, and we was like, okay, what's going on? And they was like, hey, what's going on? We heard people saying, y'all, we heard screaming and stuff, and we explained to them, hey, we doing a film, we doing a horror film, so yeah, we had to let them know, okay, this ain't nothing serious, we just was doing a film.
And I figured that would happen because we were
Yeah.
screaming a lot inside
we
there.
was
Doing
we
the take
was-
over and over.
and over and over.
And to the top of our lungs too. So we knew that it was
Yeah, we
coming.
knew it was gonna come, but they was cool with it. They just called the names, the file that it was nothing serious. So, but it was pretty dope. Like, and it shows like when you're doing something big and walking your purpose and doing the film, like things like that are bound to happen, and it's exciting. It's nothing to be taken as challenging, which it is a challenge, but it ultimately makes it more sweeter and
and it makes it all more worth it.
It makes it all more worth it. Oh, definitely. But it came out great. Like I said, even the editing process and was challenging because there are moments where we didn't have any storage on our laptop, and that was slowing up the whole process.
A lot.
Because when it dropped, it was
God.
supposed to drop the day before, and
Yeah.
we didn't drop, and I was like, okay, these people are waiting this
I was
thing.
very
and
disappointed.
I was like, okay, and she panicking, and I'm like, okay, let me just try to stay calm and just let whatever happens. But I couldn't do anything, and then shout out to Leo again for coming and helping us to remove storage and helping us to edit it freely for us to put it out for you guys to see, and it dropped the second day that night, and it still didn't drop the time that we wanted to drop.
Yeah, we have to keep telling the
we
people.
keep
different
telling the
things.
people,
And I was like,
hey,
oh my
he's
God,
having
these people need to
this.
take us serious.
Yeah, but we ultimately dropped it, and we had a watch party, and everybody was excited.
It was so
and
fun.
It was fun, and people enjoyed it, and they loved it. And of course, there's obviously corrections that need to be made, and I'm just excited to make those adjustments and put out great work. And I know my goal is to be the best cinematographer, well, one of the best in the world, and videographers and editors. So I want to put out good work, and I know that can be possible here in the Bahamas. I know we did a few things, Easy Love, and another few things with a few people, but I want to have that certain standard of quality work, and we want to start with that and move on. We have so much more in store coming up for the new year, with things we've been writing prior to the maze that we're just excited to bring out.
And one thing that we don't want for ourselves and for our brand in the future, when we do create our actual production company, we don't want to be seen as everybody else.
Right.
Like, we don't want people to look at us and be like, oh well, they just another set of Bahamian people trying to do movies and different things. What we want is when you think of us or when you hear us, you see, okay, this is actually really good quality stuff.
Yeah.
Like you think of Hollywood version of movies and stuff, that's what we going for. We don't want the mediocre things we be seeing around the internet and stuff from Bahamians. No offense to Bahamians, obviously, but I think Bahamians should just get so comfortable in what they already know, they don't aim for better.
Yeah, for better. But there's power in the start, and I'm excited that we actually started this and finished it and put it out for people to see.
Yeah.
And it's only out from here. It's only out. Alright, so thank you guys for watching this.
Thank you so much.
Thank you
really
for
appreciate it.
all the supporters. Thank you for people who subscribe. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do. If you haven't watched The Maze, please go and watch
that
it.
Video.
Watch
please
it.
Go watch
It's
it. Share
really,
with your
really
friends.
good. Share with your friends. Share with your family. It's really, really good. We are trying to reach 400 subscribers. We're almost there. We're at 370, I think. But we want to get to 400 by the end of this month. But like I said, there's so much more in store we want to put out. We want to see, it's Christmas coming up. We may or may not do something, but stay tuned, and we will definitely put something out. And for the New Year's, we're going to have way more things to come. But thank you guys for watching. We appreciate you. We love you. And peace out.
Bye.